Alright, hello. Uh, so I got Payday 3 early because I shilled out mountains of cash because of course I did. Because I manage money like a 12-year-old. Uh, but now it should be available for the mass populace to purchase as well. You know, those who don't have 90 bucks to throw on a game that they probably won't even like. But, you know, I figured it was good a time as any to immediately start talking mad shit. Because if you know me, I love to complain. Granted, there's not a whole lot to complain about. The heists are solid, the story is solid, the gameplay's alright, and kind of functional. So, I can't really complain about that, so I'll just go into my specialty of complaining about random trivial shit that doesn't really matter, but still kind of peeves me. So immediately, I think the first thing is that I feel like I should point out is the fact that you need to like log into like some other shit. I don't get that. You know, it's not a big issue, but it's fucking stupid. I hate that things now want me to log in on like 80 different accounts. Like, please, just can I just have the game on my Steam account and just play the game instead of this fucking go register to this, that, and the other, and then you can play maybe, provided none of us, have a server busting up. I mean, the inventory and the stores and stuff, it feels a little clunky, but it's not, it's whatever. The fact that you have to level up weapons to get attachments and shit like that, it is a bit annoying to me because it feels like they really, really want you to grind for like 1200 hours to like, be able to play the way you want to play, but I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna do it, and it's still better than the fucking shitty card system that the old one worked off of in the very beginning. So, I'm willing to let that slide just because it's not, the shitty card mechanic. The way that heists are laid out in the menu where you select them, I feel like there should be an option to, organize them like they did in the old days where you just sort by the goddamn contractor person and then you just select the heist. Because I get it, right? There's like 7 heists in the game. But I hate the way it's laid out linearly like that. It's really, for my reptile brain, and with the cutscenes in the middle of there as well, is really hard to navigate. And it just feels like it's really like the cutscenes are really padding it to just make it seem like there's more content, which I'm not a fan of. I would rather just see the 7 heists instead of the 12 cutscenes that go between them. As for the cutscenes themselves, I mean, they're pretty solid. I don't really care. I've never played Payday for the story, personally, but again, I think I should be able to just hide them. I don't, it's just kind of in the way for those of us who just want to play the game, especially if you're like, if when you've beat the story and you're just fucking playing the heists over again, the ones that you had fun with. Speaking of cutscenes, I don't like the little unskippable introductory panning shots of the fucking heist like location. That shit is fucking stupid. I don't want that. I want that gone. I want that to be like the old game, the black screen that tells you the difficulty back in the day, where you could just hold enter to skip. And maybe I'm just fucking stupid and you can't skip that little cutscene in the beginning. But I haven't found a way to, and if I'm too stupid to find it, then clearly there's a problem, because the mentally incompetent should be allowed to enjoy the game just the same without losing 7 seconds of their life every time they want to do something. I mean, come the fuck on, man. Like, it's cute the first time, but man, does it get annoying when you're restarting a heist for the 12th time because you're incompetent. Like, good lord, please, just have a skip button. And, when we're on the topic of restarting heists, I dislike how it just drops you right into the heist instead of letting you change around your equipment or switch loadouts or whatever. In Payday 2, they like threw you into the pre-planning phase and allowed you to kind of switch around your gear, instead of just throwing you right back in with the same stuff, because maybe you saw the heist and you wanted to change your approach, and that's why you restarted. But no, you're gonna have to go back to the menu, find the heist once you've done your gear switching, then fucking press matchmaking once you've selected the difficulty and publicity. By the way, I can understand why matchmaking would take like 20 seconds for a public session, but when you set it to friends or private, then why the fuck does it take like the entire time that the fucking whatever the fuck contractor is reading out the fucking 200 million billion word block of text on the side of my screen? Why does it take longer to fucking give me a private session than it does for them to read that out? How? How do you? Why? Why does it take a minute to actually get to the game? Like, I don't understand if that's like they just want you to hear what the people are saying, or does the game just fucking want you to be like, yeah, we've only had the game out for 3 days and we've already stolen like 400 hours of human life with just people having to wait behind our shitty servers and our weird ass cutscenes that last for hours. I mean, the AI in the heists themselves seems to be just as confused as I am with all the new controls and moves. They seem very jittery. They like fucking jump around like crazy and slide randomly, which it is funny, but when you're trying to put a bag on someone and they're just fucking flying around the map, it gets a little bit frustrating to deal with. But it's not that bad. What is that bad is when you're doing the stupid cargo container heist or whatever the fuck, and those motherfuckers just start sinking into the ground. Like they just glitch into the containers that are on the floor that don't open, and then they're just in there for the rest of the heist. Like by the end of the heist, everyone on my like all my NPCs were just stuck in the fucking containers, which it's cool and all, but I would honestly rather if they were dead, because if you get cloakered while they're in there, you're fucked, because fuck you. It's just silly. I mean, granted, they seem about as confused, with the goddamn new Grenader dudes. I mean, yeah, they're annoying, but I think that was the point. So good job. I just really like if their like impact of their grenades is a bit more clear as to like at what range it hurts you, because I've been like damaged like when I'm like a solid meter away from the fucking cloud of gas. But I mean, hey, whatever. I would just, yeah. I mean, clearly the AI has the same problem because they just stand in the cloud like, "Yeah, what's up?" Uh, I'm really unclear as to why Roblox games are now the blueprint for overkill stealth mechanics, such as the like the trespassing mechanics and the being able to do stuff while you're unmasked. I'm not entirely clear why we're lifting this off of Roblox of all games, but fuck it, man. I mean, whatever. It's their prerogative. Maybe the Roblox game ripped it off of something else, and I'm just, it's just a game of telephone. But it's not like they're bad mechanics. It's just funny. Also, I'm incredibly confused as to why we've decided to rename tasers to zappers. It just sounds way dumber, but whatever. I guess it's New York, so fuck it. Everyone knows that things get progressively dumber the more you go to New York, so fuck it. There's also like, the game doesn't really handhold you as much, which is cool, I guess, but when you're about as, mentally functional as a dead rat is kind of a problem. For example, when in the nightclub heist, if you're doing it loud, if you go find the accountant's password for this vault or whatever, the worker stays in the accountant's room, doesn't go back down to the vault, which, for me with a memory span of like zero point 0.1 seconds is a problem because I cannot find that shit for the life of me. But it can all be overcome with a bit of perseverance, I guess. Oh, whatever. Alright, I think I've complained for long enough now. Bye.